Carrie, and I'm here today from Major Players to talk to you about our salary survey. It's the first time I've ever spoken to a group of this size, so I hope my nerves don't show. Thank you, guys. So thank you so much for the introduction. I work at Major Players. I've also got a side hustle. I'm a founder of a business called Who Runs the World that is a coaching company, basically, and creates environments where women are empowered to thrive. I'm also a mum of two, so how I fit all that into a week somehow. I've led businesses within the creative space, Major Players, and also worked at Publicis, leading talent acquisition teams. I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes or so talking to you mainly about our salary survey and giving you some context now on the UK creative industries as it stands. So, according to a report by Creative Group UK this year, the pandemic led to the creative industries losing nearly 12 billion in gross value added, with 110,000 job losses. However, in better news, the sector is projected to recover faster than the UK economy, growing by over 26% by 2025 and contributing 28 billion more than pre-pandemic figures. Inevitably, this means more available jobs, so 300,000 new roles will be available within the next 3 years purely in our space. No mean feat for recruitment businesses or for hiring managers. And digital transformation continues to play a key part in this recovery phase, with 1.4 trillion projected spend for 2022 and this increasing by 2025. Now, in your bags today, you've all got a copy of the Major Players salary survey, so please have a read through that at your leisure and come and talk to us if you have any questions throughout today. And I'm going to run through some of the key stats and findings for you now. So, salary inflation. These figures really speak for themselves. As we begin to see an increase in jobs post-pandemic, the market is becoming more candidate-driven and therefore salaries are being driven up. We've seen a 10.2% rise on average in permanent salaries, and we've seen a 7.1% rise on average in day rates. And with regards to representation, of the data we collected, 63% of that audience were female, and we've seen an increase in Black, Asian and minority ethnic contributors completing our survey, going up from 14% to 15.8%. Because of the size of our survey, this could be seen as a representation of the market. Now, pay gaps. Unsurprisingly, they still exist. The female versus male pay gap has reduced slightly from 18.1% to 15.5%. In pounds, this means that women are earning on average about £1,000 or more per year than we did in 2021, but we're still underpaid compared to male counterparts. From a freelance perspective, women are earning £44 a day less than men. Women are also earning comparatively at entry level, but are really suffering because of the broken rung. And only 16% of those women who completed our survey are earning over £70,000 compared to 29% of men. There has been growth across the board in perm salaries. However, there's a huge variance when we break this down, and it's really important that we do so. Out of all of the respondents to our survey, people identifying as Asian have seen a 13.3% on average increase in their permanent salaries, whilst those identifying as Black have just seen a 3.3% increase. It's also important that we touch on intersectionality here, with the biggest pay gap being between Black females at just over £40,000 versus white males at just shy of £60,000. To give you a bit of context on this survey, this year we had 3,000 respondents in February and March, and we also collected an additional 5,000 respondents via our website throughout the last year. So this is about an 8,000 contributor survey. So, an initiative. So, Earn Your Worth. Major Players launched Earn Your Worth quite a few years ago now, and we stopped asking for salary history when speaking to candidates. We stopped judging candidates based on their salary history and started focusing on what they deserve to be paid. This was initially born from the gender pay gap, but we want this to be bigger than that, and bigger than Major Players and bigger than our industry. So we're widening this to fair play for all. There's lots of benefits of running Fair Play for All. It tackles pay inequality, it's a low-cost public commitment for people to make, it's a more attractive proposition for candidates applying to your businesses, and it helps to retain your employees because people feel like they're coming in on an equal scale, and that runs into the longer they stay in the business. Now, in addition to our pledge, we're also calling on individuals to sign our petition, and we hope by 2023 we plan to have enough signatures to lobby the government into actually making this legislation to stop asking for salary histories when interviewing people. So, as if shifting the dial on equal pay wasn't enough, we've got a number of industry challenges at the moment that we're looking at. As you've seen in the stats, we anticipate a real talent and skills shortage coming up. Attracting and retaining talent hasn't come down to salaries and benefits for some time, but now there really is a spotlight on a whole bunch of other areas. Salaries, benefits, progression, flexible working, L&D, DE&I, values and ethics, ways of working, the hiring process, everything is going to be key when hiring people. We've actually seen some incredibly creative packages recently drawn up and some fantastic hiring processes that are really robust, that are really making the difference to bringing people into our clients' businesses. If you're a candidate right now, you are really in the driving seat. And if you're a client, there's sort of a lot to be doing ahead to be able to secure the right talent that you need. Agile retention strategies will be needed, robust succession planning, effective company cultures, and upskilling strategies and L&D also. So yes, salaries remain in the spotlight, and major players will continue to deliver the data around this year on year so that we can continue to compare. However, it's not the only thing in the spotlight. We'd like you to remember this. Hiring managers need to consider a raft of other elements when attracting and retaining their talent. Come and speak to us at our stall today. If you have any questions on this presentation, we're also hosting an open Q&A a bit later for anyone that wants any more info on the salary survey. Cool. Thank you.